Oh, hello. Welcome back, everybody. Doorknob Cabler Deity here. Hold on. We're in it. We're in it here. Testing. Hello. Let me see if it got the burp. Oh my god. Got a little bit of it. Okay, sweet. Okay, we're in it. Let me see. Yeah, you can hear the stream through the fucking thingamajig. But look, we're getting back in it with Doorknob Cabler here. Let's go ahead and hop into the mod pack. Okay, I started a new world because I started a new mod pack configuration. Now, we could apply this to the dead horsecraft, but I like cyborg horsecraft. It's the new beginning. It's the new dawn of the Dorna Keebler here with the mod pack. Cyborg horsecraft. So, the hell? The fuck is my cyborg horsecraft? There we go. Okay, so let's go back into Dorn Place here. Okay, this is my cute little shelter with my cow block of cow. Right. Okay, let me tell you guys, let me see if I want the Doorknob Keebler skin. I don't want to be Steve anymore. Okay, I'm the Doorknob Keebler. I reserve the right to be the Doorknob Keebler. So, check here for, let's see. Skin fixer. Skin fixer. Skin fixer. Fix her. Let's get it done. Now we're not actually the Doorknob Keebler today. We're Rufus instead of Steve, because you know how my deep Rufus ponderings. Okay, the removed Minecraft character. You know, you don't see Rufus anymore. It's quite a sad thing. No, there is no Rufus. Is it just me, or are things a bit slower than they should be? I don't know or care. Let's just keep playing here. Okay. It's Doorknob Keebler hours now. We need to go down. Make pickaxes too, because we're gonna need a few of these actually. Because we got a lot of mining to do here. Let's check those Y chords. Make sure we're getting down to where we need to be. I don't even know what I wanted to do last time. I'll keep that on actually, so I can see where I am. Oh, it's behind us. It's actually very great news. Okay. We don't need this anymore because I just heard a cave over here. That is a mine shaft. That's not as good as a cave, but you know what? Whatever. So, we're reserving my iron right now because I'm kind of broke. Okay, on iron. Okay, when I stand up, I get dizzy. I got low iron right now, guys. So, I love the endless ping pong battles of the Doorknob Keebler. I hope I never, lose this opportunity. I'm the villain in their good guy, bad guy scenario. What more could I have ever asked for? I mean, this is what Doorknob Keebler's been on almost the whole time. I need a good guy, I need a good guy to pretend like I'm the bad guy, Because, they're very oppressed, so they too need a bad guy, in their story. Just like I need a in quotes, good guy. You know, it's important. It's a very important. Importante. You understand? For their personal narrative and for mine. Now, I know these are useful for some schnickamaroo here. Can make quartz stuff. I don't know particularly how good this is. So we'll make one later. You know, when I have enough to waste. Too. But they're mad, guys. They're pissed. You know. They're pissed because, you know, out of all the Dornoch Keebler shots they take, none of them really land because they don't really know what they're talking about. You know, they're not educated on the Dornoch Keebler generations. I gave a little fill in, but you know, it's probably not going to be enough for their, you know, for their monkey see, monkey do habits. You know. All they gotta do to start this dynamic is to drop the Dornoch Keebler name. But they're afraid. You know. They're afraid to enable me. You know. They're afraid to drop the Dornoch Keebler name. You know. They think, you know, they can reach the Dornoch Keebler without mentioning the name of the Dornoch Keebler, which, you know, for any real Dornoch Keebler enjoyers out there, which there is none, except for me. Let me clarify that. Okay? I am the only Dornoch Keebler enjoyer. Okay? Which, you know, I just completely forgot what I was saying. But I was saying something about, you know, they need to drop the name of the Dornoch Keebler to be able to interact with the Dornoch Keebler. That's literally what I was saying. So, but, you know. They think that they're going to find a way in without dropping the name of the Dornoch Keebler. Oh yeah, there's a reason I made this. Jesus. Mess here. It won't be long before they break character, guys. You know, I can tell I'm not really sure what it is, but they're expecting something to happen. You know? And if that doesn't happen soon enough, they're going to break character. You know? Unless they're willing to continue this charade for, you know, as many years as you can possibly think. You know. Is this just all source blocks? Hold it up here. No, it's not. It's just not disappearing, which is weird. Not necessarily supposed to do that, but whatever. Or maybe they're afraid to drop the Dornoch Keebler name because they're afraid of risking their publicity and their profits. That could also be why. For all us Dornoch Keebler fans, me, that means me, by the way, not you, just me. You know, this is entertaining to watch. It's entertaining to see, you know, the gravitational effect here. Like the sun and the moon, you know. Kind of know what's happening, but gravity is only a theory. You know. Get what the doorknob keebler's spitting here? Picking up what I'm laying down? Hmm? They're very emotional people. Doorknob keebler doesn't really know how to take care of somebody else's emotions. So, this might be interesting, you know. They might get a little more emotionally invested than I expect, you know. Oh, geez. Be careful here. Damn it. Definitely need to watch my doorknob keebler back here. I don't know what they're expecting from this, though, guys. Because it's not like the doorknob keebler's going to go away. Because, like, I'm not, you know, I'm not really doing this for publicity. This is a journal for me. It works for me. It brings me comfort, you know. It brings me a sense of ease, a sense of peace. They're playing it slow. They're playing it careful. And that's probably the thing we have in common here. But even then, I'm not really playing anything here. You know what I mean? Like, I have plans for content sometimes, but like, you know, at the end of the day, you know, like, my carefulness comes in with, you know, the picture of the doorknob keebler that I'm painting for myself, of course. You know, I am the #1 doorknob keebler fan. We know this. There's more substance to the doorknob keebler than they seem to understand. Like, I want to be worried, you know? Like, I want to feel like the doorknob keeper's at risk or something. I want to feel like someone's gonna come in and foil my evil plan, you know? But that just... Fortunately, that just isn't what happens, you know? I want to feel like the doorknob keebler has a challenge. The doorknob keebler will do as the doorknob keebler does, of course, you know? But, you know, there's got to be someone out there who can make me, like, you know, like, feel combative or something, you know, feel motivated to respond in a controversial way. But nobody really does that, you know. Oh no. I need to break that right now. I mean, we may not see another Dornoch Keebler generation for quite some time. Maybe quite a bit before the Dornoch Keebler, you know, switches generations. Which when it does, guys, I don't know what that's going to look like. You know, I couldn't have possibly predicted that this was going to be the route that the Dornoch Keebler has taken. You know, I mean, maybe gameplay that I could have expected, but you know, just the overall vibe and flavor of Dornoch Keebler we're rocking with here. You know, didn't expect it. Didn't expect it. Damn it. Now I have poison. Oh, it's because there's another freaking spider web over here. What is up with you? Oh, jeez, there's more. Be careful. Break this right now. Now I have to get out of here. Oh, that one's fast. Oh, that one's fast. Please don't tell me there's lava behind me. Okay, we're good. Okay. Don't want to keep it clutching up right now. See what these are for. Quartz cutting knife. Uh-oh. Hold on. Got quartz wrench. I'm just not sure what these are from. Could they be from the Minecraft Comes Alive mod? No. I'm not sure. I am sure of is that I have to get out of here now. Uh-oh. Overall, this situation's pretty predictable. I mean, there's a few outcomes to this situation, you know. Hence the predictable nature of anybody but the Dornoch Keebler, you know. At some point they'll break character, but for now, they will just copy me. At some point they'll come down and give me the whole rundown about just what it is they think is wrong with Dornoch Keebler content. And I'll be waiting. Dornoch Keebler will evolve and wait for this day. They'll get tired of these charades. But they know they have to be careful about it, or else they could mess it all up. You know? They know they have to very carefully watch their step with the Dornoch Keebler. Not in any fear of danger or anything like that, but you know. They know that the Dornoch Keebler is a smarty pants. You know what I'm saying? To some degree. The Dornoch Keebler can navigate a situation. The Dornoch Keebler navigates situations by ego. Their ego is the accumulation of so many weak egos, you know, that don't compare to the blunt ego of the Dornoch Keebler. I have no idea which way it come from. I'm totally lost. We'll find it, maybe. We'll have to track down some redstone, pull up to the surface. But I don't know particularly if spawn was the place that I came from or settled at. Fuck. Okay, definitely didn't come from that way. Certainly did not come from this way. I did get a lot of coal, which I should probably collect a little more here. The Dornoch Keebler cannot be watered down with social acceptable, social things with being socially acceptable. You know. Socially acceptable, more so, I mean, profitable. You know, the Dornoch Keebler cannot be watered down to a product as all these cash grabbing, manipulators would like, They would like to water down the Dornoch Keebler so that they can make money off of such an idea. Which, they recognize a good idea and they say, I can make money off of that. The thing about the Dornoch Keebler is that, the Dornoch Keebler does not believe in, profiting off of a message. A message for the door knock healer. It's pretty much, a snake eating its tail. The door knock healer is great. It's a self-sustaining message. In order to, I don't know, you'll never understand the door knock healer. I mean, I don't think there will ever be a real door knock healer fan outside of myself. Which isn't necessarily a bad thing. Is an interesting thing. Whoa, that was kind of careless. And none of this lava burns away or anything like that. I don't even know if this is the right direction. See, this is when I made the bucket. It's gonna take a while, guys. I think what's really interesting is that you can kind of tell they don't know what things enable the door knock healer. You can kind of tell it's like they're working their way around an invisible maze of do's and don'ts. I think that's very interesting. It's just really interesting how much control I have over them. How much power I have over what they put out into the world. Just by being my happy door knock healer self. Happy-go-lucky door knock healer. Great. Where is the materials chest? Here. I don't want to put efficiency 5. I don't want to put this on anything yet. I want to put that on like an emerald pickaxe with unbreaking 3. Always need iron. Iron is probably the most clutch thing in the game. We'll be leaving stacks of coal at home, of course. It's not time to go exploring yet, because I don't think I already know where the, I don't know if this is spawn or not. So, that's all for now. We'll continue this mod pack later. Haven't been doing a lot of live streams recently, and that's because, I'm not really feeling as, I'm feeling a little burnt out right now, but I'll be back whenever I want.